Good evening. My name is Roseli Castaña, and I have a question. Is a doorman an essential worker or a luxury? Interesting, right? So during the COVID-19 pandemic, all doormen were classified as essential workers. But why? Why having a doorman is an emergency? Is it absolutely necessary or important to have a doorman at a building to receive packages, food deliveries, or a few calls? Well, essential workers, as doormen, they receive packages, they receive food deliveries, they run the building, a few calls. But how does that make a doorman a life or death situation? Why would you put a doorman at that type of risk? Why is it so necessary to have a doorman during a pandemic, any type of pandemic? Why? How does a doorman provide help with your life or death situation? To protect you? Okay, so in other words, a doorman actually falls under a luxury situation because packages, food deliveries, and calls are not essentials. Those are simple things you can get on your own. You don't need a doorman to be the middleman at all times for you to get to those certain packages, right? Okay. If you check, doormen are all over the news. Doormen being essential, their job, what they're doing on a daily basis, how high risk their job is, because they interact with people on a daily basis. Food delivery guys that go from building to building. They deal with that pandemic at the exact same job as a doorman because they have to deal with residents that are contagious from the COVID-19. So they're putting themselves at risk. They're putting other residents that are not contaminated at risk and their own family, just because they need to deliver, as I said before, packages, food deliveries, and calls. Get it? Like, why would a doorman be an essential to a building? If you read on the articles, you'll see that 47 doormen have passed away during the pandemic. They have put their life at risk, their family at risk. There's a few articles, as you can see online. But my big question also is, why would a resident put their own employee at risk for a simple task? A task, instead of finding another way of managing it, finding a way of solving how to receive a food delivery, how to receive a package during a pandemic. Is it really necessary that during such pandemic that people are dying, that put in their life at risk? Why would you put your own employee just to receive a package during this life or death situation, right? So, doormen are labeled as securities. Security of the building, yes, we need to keep them because they're security to the building. But how is it security? How is it during a pandemic you really need that much security? Why you cannot just lock down the building like every regular other building just during the pandemic until everything slows down? Why have a doorman putting their life at risk on a daily basis? Why make a doorman an essential worker? Having packages delivered on a daily basis, making sure you get it at home. So you're putting your own employees, your own doormen's life at risk, putting them at risk, putting their family at risk, just because you want to get a package delivered at home, at your door, a food delivery at your home, while you are at home, relaxed, being safe, Why would you? Why wouldn't you put your own employee at risk? The person that helps you out throughout the whole year. Why would you? Why would any person do that? But yeah, as you can see in this picture, doormans, they have to like disinfect packages, receive food deliveries. But yes, I keep repeating myself because that's all they do. That's all a doorman does. Receive packages, run the building, receive food deliveries. So during the COVID-19, doormen were labeled as essential workers. They had to be around all this pandemic just to provide simple services, just to provide such simple services. So my message to you is, why will you put your own doorman, your own employee, as an essential worker? A doorman as an essential worker. Obligate them to work during a pandemic for such a luxury service, because having packages deliveries, food deliveries, and calls on a daily basis is a luxury. It's not essential. It's not something that is so important and absolutely necessary. It's not that important. It's more important to care about your employee and make sure your employee is safe at all times, to provide for the next few years such services. Thank you so much, and hopefully the message goes through that a doorman, it's a luxury, not an essential worker. Thank you.